moviegoers. It's the morning after the Academy Awards show, and I got the idea that if there were awards for the Toyrah, there'd be no contest that the winner for special effects would go to the infinite source of creation. We all remember Noah and the flood, the 10 plagues, and the splitting of the sea, all more magnificent than anything Hollywood could produce, although Cecil B. DeMille did take a good crack at it. This morning, I will discuss another miracle, the cloud, otherwise known as the cloud of glory or the pillar of cloud. The cloud of glory is mentioned many times in the Torah. The cloud hovers over Mount Sinai, where only Moses climbs to receive the tablets on which the law is written. The mountain is charged with a powerful energy that no other humans can withstand, so they wait rather impatiently for his return at the bottom of the mountain. Later, the cloud then hovers over the Mishkan. When it stays, the community stays, and the people know when to pull up stakes and move on when the cloud moves. The Talmud describes its two functions. One was to keep everyone's clothes clean, free of wrinkles, shoes in good repair, protection from the searing sun. And then the other was for the protection from marauders and other dangers while traveling through the desert. When it was leading the way, it was referred to as the pillar of cloud because it looked like a long pillar extending from the ground to the sky. And at night, the cloud became a pillar of fire, the ultimate nightlight, emitting such strong light that the Talmud says you could see through a barrel. The Mishkan's most important purpose was to lead the way through the desert. There are various opinions in the Talmud on how many clouds there were. One description says that the cloud was even underneath the Mishkan. That sense of cloud completely surrounding the community makes me think of how a baby is swaddled. In fact, that's the ultimate function of the cloud. Many of us have had the opportunity to marvel at the canyons of clouds while flying in an airplane. It's wondrous to see the vast array of feathery clouds. However, when entering a cloud storm, we may not feel as exhilarated. When we celebrate Sukkot, a holiday that reminds us of the divine protection that sustained us, we enjoy sitting in the loving embrace of the Omnipotent covering the sukkah. My sense of the Torah's cloud was that, in fact, it wasn't an actual cloud, but rather a force field of protection. Trust the force, Luke. Other cultures have similar spiritual technology, such as wrapping in blankets of various materials. All these wrappings create a kind of tent. As children, we made blanket forts. The derivation of the word tabernacle means an indwelling place or a tent. The Mishkan, or tabernacle, was covered with several layers of varying materials. And above that, the cloud. It makes me think of sleeping under a flannel sheet, and then a down comforter on top of that, covered with a cotton quilt on a chilly winter's night. Oh, nothing could be cozier or offer a deeper sense of security. I think of healing systems like Reiki as cloud energy. You rub your hands together and then slowly pull them away, and you're going to feel some energy. Then open your hands just a little bit further. Think of someone who needs healing. Keep your loving attention on that soft, warm fuzziness you feel. Now send that loving, healing energy from your heart through your hands. That's healing energy. Where does it come from? Now, imagine a gigantic cloud consisting of all that, but even stronger energy. And then what you can send, much stronger than what you can send through the palms of your hands. Imagine being inside that energy. Whoa. That was the energy that covered Mount Sinai. And the same cloud that covered the Mishkan. Another way I like to think of the cloud energy is like a loving camp counselor who guides you on your way. You know they're going to protect you from harm. They've had CPR training, and they've got a generous first aid kit, as well as a sewing kit to keep your canvas tent in working order should it sustain a tear. The pillar of cloud rolled up can be compared to how that counselor shows you the right way to roll up your sleeping bag so you can easily put it in its stuff sack. Oh, wouldn't it be nice if the Mishkan could have been so easily transported? What portable spiritual technology do we currently have? The talus. When we wrap ourselves in a talus, especially when we're near a sunny window with that diffused light coming through its fabric, gently warming us, we feel secure, loving comfort. Form and formlessness. The mountain was form. The cloud that hovered over it was formless. The Mishkan was form. The cloud that hovered over it was formless. What do we learn from this? The Mishkan was lovingly taken apart and reassembled through the Israelites' travels. Eventually, the first temple was built and destroyed. That was form. It was rebuilt, then destroyed. We find an earlier reference to the cloud in the Torah through Rashi's commentary on Sarah's tent, Genesis 24, verse 67. He writes that during her life, a cloud hovered over Sarah's tent. The light of the Shabbos candle stayed lit until the following Shabbos, and there was blessing in the dough, meaning that there was always enough challah for all who came to eat with her. And then when Sarah died, these things ceased. And when Rebekah came into the tent, these things returned. These miracles foretell those of the cloud of Mount Sinai and the Mishkan. However we experience the miracles in our lives, large or small, whether we feel the warm fuzzy in someone's loving touch, the comfort of being swaddled in your holy talus, may we feel the cloud of glory rest upon us. I'm dedicating this to the memory of Erica Manfred and my mom, Rhoda Landsman, two enthusiastic moviegoers. Devarti.